Bobby Valentine wanted to make a few changes to the Red Sox in 2012 compared to where they had been in previous years, and one of the most important ones was getting more innings out of their starting pitching. It's a noble goal in and of itself, as the Red Sox were last in the league in innings from their starters in 2011 as a combination of not just injuries, but also poor performances from the guys that were healthy. One way to do that is to squeeze out that extra 10 pitches or so a start from guys like John Lester or Clay Buchholz or Josh Beckett, establish arms that know how to do it and their arms can handle being in that 110, 120 pitch range instead of 100 pitches, which is where many pitchers today end up being replaced. It's not the case for Felix Doubront and Daniel Bard, though. Doubront hasn't thrown a full starter's workload in the majors or even the minors before due to random injuries that he's had to his arm and his legs that have slowed him down. Daniel Bard, on the other hand, was a relief pitcher and was in the low minors back when he was a starter, well before he would have ramped up to what is considered a regular workload in the majors for a starter. This is something that popped up on Monday's start against Tampa Bay when Bard looked tired once he was in the 90s for his pitches. This happened the previous time as well. His arm slot started to drop a little, and when his arm slot dropped, his fastball started to sail. Without the accuracy on that fastball, or without the velocity that he gets when he's throwing it from the right angle in the kind of area that he's thrown it in a million times before, there's a chance of injury, and there's an obvious case of ineffectiveness, and that's what plagued him in that start. He walked 3 batters in the inning, threw 8 straight balls in his 4-seam fastball, which is a pitch that he should be able to control. It's a fastball. But Valentine left him in, and Bard ended up leaving the game with 111 pitches. That's just far too many for a pitcher who at this stage is tiring in the 90s. He should be taken out when he starts to be tired before he can cause any damage to himself. This is something that Valentine is going to have to deal with throughout the season because Bard is in his first year of a starter all year. If they keep him in for too many times like they did on Monday, they do risk injuring him, and it's not because they shouldn't have ever made him a starter. It's not because of poor luck. It's because he wasn't taken care of the way that he would need to be. Hopefully this is just a bump in the road and that Valentine will learn from this mistake, but hope is about all we can do with that right now because we just don't know.